What fascinated me was how quickly the gains were made. I've never seen gains like this, and I immediately said, I know it's SRSD. I know it was the writing approach that I used. And then that led to, well, let's get it in the schools. And that's what we're doing now, bringing it into our district because the gains were so alarmingly huge. The biggest impact the Hill has had on me is awakening that awareness of evidence-based instruction. It's so essential to pick something that is evidence-based so that you don't miss a day of school, go to this workshop and end up saying, I really didn't get anything out of that, or this doesn't sound like it's research-based to me. It's that difference between a research study and truly evidence-based. The writing course, Self-Regulated Strategy Development, it is an approach to writing, a methodology that teaches students the process for good writing. But more importantly, and the thing that affected my students most powerfully was the self-regulation component. Today, so many kids have attention issues and they don't know how to get started, or once they do get started, they don't know how to not pay attention to all the distractions around them. It really is a growing epidemic. But what self-regulated strategy development does is it teaches students this is the process for good writing, and this is the process for keeping yourself on track. In essence, the gradual release model that you're doing with students, the Hill facilitators are actually doing with you. They are practicing what they preach, and that's a sign of a good educator. This self-talk that you model to them, that you gradually release to them, becomes an inherent part of them. And they're laughing as you're modeling. You're acting like your students, modeling it out, saying the quotes that they say, and they're laughing and they're taking it in. And then that joke becomes a reality 2 weeks later when they're doing it and they catch themselves literally saying what you had modeled. Oh yeah, and then Miss Rigo said, I can do this, I'll get back. And they do the same thing. So even if it starts out as something silly to them, it actually becomes inherent and they do it themselves. Within a month, I had kids' grades going up from D to C to B. It was unbelievable. Kids were moving from warning to needs improvement on the MCAS, from needs improvement to proficient. I even had some advanced, which is kind of unheard of for my population. And I really do attribute a lot of that to this writing approach, because writing is the biggest cognitive load for any student. And when they have working memory issues or language-based learning disabilities, having a tool to keep them, number one, on track and not distracted, and number two, a tool to actually follow steps of to achieve what they're trying to achieve, then all that anxiety is gone, the anger is gone, and they can actually get those brilliant thoughts that they do have across to the reader. Personally, it's actually motivated me to get involved with the Hill, because when I see levels of excellence and true mastery of their specialty, it's very inspiring as a teacher, and it makes you want to be around those people so you can just be a sponge and absorb everything that they know, because it makes you a better educator. It's a great thing to get involved with, because then it can help you rise to your personal best and maybe become a leader in your own district. There's this great promotion of inspiration that it's an aura that surrounds the people there.